He's got internet problems, audio problems.
Yeah, write it down.
Log it. We're putting it in the log.
Log it.
For those of you who don't know, logging it. It was like, what? How do you even explain that? Like, what even
so
was
we
that?
had a toxic trilogy. Me, Ted, Moses. Still toxic to this day. Ted was not as like computer inclined as Moses or me at the time, and Moses was deeply offended by this.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime Ted would have an audio problem, aka like he couldn't hear us or we couldn't hear him, or you get a little DM that says, I can't hear you guys, Moses would be like, classic Ted audio problem. I'm logging this. I'm putting this right in the logbook. And Moses kept like a living document of every time Ted, really only Ted, had any kind of technology issue.
But then if the other person had a technology issue,
there was some justification.
Yeah, there was some justification why this was an extraneous circumstance in which this should not need to be logged or something.
I think that there was a little bit of a pattern for like a small amount of time, a couple months there where you were having a consistent issue, and then that permanently altered his view of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of the many toxic traits of our friend group.
Is that we had a legal system.
We had a legal system.
But you know, Tucker, we also live in a society with legal systems.
Are you doing a transition?
And, you know, some laws are real laws, and some laws, you know, they're so ridiculous that you can't even tell if they're real or not.
Okay.
And I thought it would be fun if I went across the internet and I collected a series of laws.
Yeah.
And I quizzed you on whether or not you thought these laws were real or fake.
Let's take it easy.
Tucker, how legally inclined do you think you are?
I would say I am like 67% legally inclined.
Okay. That's so specific. Based on what factors did you run through to make that calculation?
I'm thinking generally about the laws I choose to follow and the ones I choose to not follow.
Okay. And what laws do you choose to not follow?
I can't disclose that.
Do you feel like is that 37 or 33%? Is that coming from just you being on the highway and pointing out where there's cars? Or where there's cop cars when you're on Google Maps?
Well, that's legal.
It is. But
I mean, you probably
in
can't
terms of the delivery
phone,
of the law upon the populace, you know, you're kind of last time we talked about that, you were talking about how you were kind of like a vigilante. So
yeah, I would say I'm about 33% vigilante.
Okay, so
which is
67% legally inclined, 33% vigilante. Okay.
I like society. I like the rules. I think they've done well for us, but some of them, you know. So that's that 33% that's just always barking in the back of my head.
Okay.
But why don't you hit me with a law and I'll tell you if it's real or not, and that way you'll understand exactly where I'm at.
Okay. What do I get if you don't get a passing grade?
If I don't pass this class, you can put it in the logbook. Is that not good enough for you?
Oh, what's the logbook? What does that look like? Because there's no living logbook anymore, I feel like.
Well, I mean, this could be the start of a long line of logbooks.
I really think that when it comes to stuff like this, the best way that I can get what I want is you going into like the group chat or something and admitting something to Moses. That's usually the most satisfying form of it.
So you have 15 laws,
and
I have to decide. I have to lock in a real or fake answer. So, and a passing grade is what for you?
Well, what's a passing grade in general? I mean, it was like
let's call it 67% or better.
Okay, 60. So if you're above 67% legally inclined, then you pass.
D plus or better is what we're working for here.
Wow.
So let's see if I get 8 divided by 15, that'd be 53. I want to know. Okay. Do I have to get 10 of them? 10 of them would put me at 67%.
Yeah, it sounds like you need to get 10 correct.
Okay. I can easily do that.
Okay.
I'm feeling very confident.
And the thing is, too, these ones that I chose, they're hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
What do I get if I win?
Well, you get
You can go into the group chat and you can say.
See, that's different. You know that's different. That's not
What
not
were
equal.
you gonna say? What were you gonna say? I feel like you had
I was gonna say you get to stand atop all others.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, you like that.
Yeah, okay. I will stand atop all others.
Yeah.
And if I fail, I'll tell Moses that I'm not legally inclined.
You'll say, I had to guess which laws were real or fake, and I got a failing grade.
Okay, I can say that.
Yeah. I assume that he's probably just going to say, like, okay.
Do I have to ping him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get this. Let's get.
Well,
this
we're
show
going to
on.
slip that in like a conversation where Moses isn't involved, and then just see if that'll pass by. No, you got to say.
He reads all messages. All right. Nothing gets by Moses. Let's get that out of the way. But I want the first one.
Let's open up with the first one, and let's you could talk them out. You can kind of figure it out in your head because it's so.
Yeah, I will discuss it with you, but you won't give me any.
And basically, how this works is. The ones that are real are laws that were either currently instated right now or a real law at a certain point that was like repealed like recently within the last like 50 years.
Okay. I've got that.
But it was a real law. That makes sense?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. In Arizona, it's illegal to let a donkey sleep in a bathtub.
Okay.
Now you can sound it out. You can talk about it in your head. How you
Arizona. I like Arizona.
Okay.
I feel like they probably have strange laws there, and I feel like
they're strange people over there. They live in the
strange
desert.
People. I'm thinking desert. I'm thinking Red Dead Redemption. So I'm thinking donkeys are a factor. So like, if you were to say like, Florida, and then you mentioned donkey, I'd be like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're saying Arizona and donkey, that matches.
Mm-hmm.
And bathtub, I feel like maybe it's sleep in a bathtub.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm thinking that maybe something happened in which it got trapped in a bathtub when it slept, or it couldn't stand back up and it died or something. So
right.
I'm inclined to say that this is a real law.
Okay.
It's also very specific.
Yeah.
And I feel like the specificity of it is making me lean towards the truth.
Okay.
So I am going to lock in that this
You're
is a real
in.
law. I'm locked in.
Okay. This is a fake law.
Okay. So there's 15 questions.
Off to a good start. We got 15 questions total.
Okay, that's not good. All right.
Got
all right.
You've got 4 more incorrect ones before the passing grade goes down the drain.
So did you just make that up?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Okay, this is about to be harder than I thought.
I got another. Do you want another Arizona one, or do you want me to give you something from a different place?
Okay, that's interesting that you said that there's 2 Arizona ones.
There are 2 Arizona ones.
Yeah, I want.
Well, there could be more. I don't know. No, there's. There's just 2 Arizona ones.
Okay,
do you want the Arizona one?
Give me the next Arizona one.
Okay.
This is
in
suspicious.
Arizona. It's illegal to feed garbage to a pig.
I feel like that should be illegal everywhere.
Yeah,
but it's not. So maybe Arizona kind of got their shit together. They were sick of eating garbage pigs, so they changed it.
Do you think that there's a different flavor with garbage pigs as opposed to a regular pig? Because I feel like pigs are known for eating garbage, or at least pigs and goats.
I would like to think that there's a difference. I mean,
I suppose it also depends on your definition of what garbage is, right?
Yeah, garbage is kind of a loose term. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
because it's not like, I don't think it's a scenario where they're like putting a funnel into a pig's mouth and putting sewage down it.
Are they eating Are they eating non-biodegradable things? I bet they are a little bit.
I don't know specifically which these pigs that the law was written after.
This is curious because the fact that you have the 2 Arizona questions is kind of throwing me off. That's suspicious.
It's throwing you off because it could be like a 1-2 or it could be a 1-1. You know?
Yeah, it could be like, oh, there was a real Arizona one, so you were like, oh, let me come up with a fake Arizona one, or you could just been like, I'm gonna fuck with him and do 2 wrong. There's so many possibilities to lose here.
So I think, you know what, and you know what I think you need to do. I think you need to, because you're getting worried about me. You're getting worried about me.
You're like,
whereas
look,
I'm simply a bystander in this thing. You're 67% legal inclined. That's what we are saying, right? That you're
Yes,
67% legally inclined.
Okay.
So, you know, whatever your answer is, supposedly you have a 67% chance of getting it right. But
like
also, just think about the legality of it. Is this like something that seems reasonable, or is this something that like...
It's illegal to feed pigs garbage in Arizona. That sounds really reasonable, and I would actually vote for that. So I'm going to lock in that this is the truth. That's a real law.
And you're locking that in?
Yeah, I'm locking that in.
You would be right. It is a real law.
Yes!
In Arizona, it is illegal to feed garbage to pigs without a permit. However,
without a permit.
Yeah. However, there is an exception.
Yeah.
Without a permit. However, there is an exception for people who feed their own household garbage to pigs they raise for personal use.
So you can get cops show up at your house. They see pigs snacking on a fucking wrapper or whatever, and they're like, "You got a permit for that pig trash?"
Mm-hmm.
He can't be eating trash without a permit. And they're like, no, don't worry, I don't have a permit. It's for personal use.
Yeah.
It's a personal pig.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Wow, that's interesting. Well,
Yeah.
okay, I'm 1 for 1.
Yeah, you like that?
I saw right through the puppet master here, and I knew that it was going to be a 1 for 1 deal.
Really? Okay, well, there's no more Arizona ones, so now we're going all over the place.
We're back at square one again.
Now we're in Florida.
Florida.
So,
okay.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
In Florida, wearing roller skates inside a church is punishable by a fine.
Can I ask a question okay, I'm just going to ask it. I don't know why I'm asking.
Okay. Yeah.
Are there other Florida questions?
Are there other Florida questions? No, this is the only Florida law, it looks like.
And so from what I know about Florida in the current day is that Florida has some wacky laws. And they've got some wackier politicians.
Oh, yeah.
And
I think they just recently did a thing where they're like getting rid of vaccines.
I saw that on my Google News feed today.
Yeah.
I think they're getting rid of the mandate. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's illegal to wear rollerblades in
Florida.
church.
Wearing roller skates inside a church is punishable by a fine.
Okay. I think that sounds exactly like something some old person HOA would have voted for.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
some HOA motherfucker was just like,
that is
just
some
like, these
HOA bullshit.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, I am locking in that is a real law.
Okay. So that law is fake. That is a fake law. It is
You are
not
killing me.
punishable by a fine to wear roller skates in a church in Florida.
You just made that up. It's just completely made up.
Yeah, it's just no, it's not real. It's not real.
Shit. Dude,
Yeah.
it is not looking good.
Yeah, I mean, I can look it up, but I mean, I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's no roller skates in church law. None. But hey, you still got 2 more. I would just think about, don't think about how much you've gotten wrong. Just think about how much you've gotten right. And you have gotten one right so far.
I have gotten one right, and that was pretty good.
And that was a pretty good soul read right there, where you were like, because I think that also hit in your environmentalist sort of category for sure. I think that
With
you
the
started to be
pigs
like,
and the slop.
with the pigs, the slop, Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, desert climate down there. Yeah.
I've got one. This is an international law. This is from another country.
Oh, I don't know if you can do that.
I'm sorry. Are you running the game or am I running the game? Are we under the assumption that other countries don't have laws? Or were you just so fully familiar of how Florida works that you managed to get it right?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
No further questions. What's the law?
In Switzerland, owning just one guinea pig is illegal because they get lonely.
That's true.
You locking that in?
I'm locking that in.
Do you have any like reasoning on why you're locking that in?
Is it? Am I right?
You are.
Yeah, that's why I locked it in.
Really? And what was
Yeah.
your thought process behind that?
I just know that's real. Why the fuck would you ever let your guinea pigs be lonely?
Really? That's you just like knew that? You just had a soul read on that?
I just knew that was true.
Okay. Yeah, no, it is illegal to own a single guinea pig because they are social animals and require companionship for their mental and emotional well-being.
I can give you further details into how my brain worked right there.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely like that.
So one, that sounds vaguely familiar. I feel like I've read that in like a Reddit comment section or something at some point in my life. But if that's not what's pulling me, if that's not what's telling my subconscious to say true, then I would say it's the fact that it's Switzerland. That's a strange choice. I don't foresee you coming up with a law revolving around Switzerland. So that, I'm reading you as well here.
Okay.
This is half is the law real and half what did Ted's mind come up with? And your mind is not on the Switzerland wavelength at all. Not on that frequency.
Interesting. Okay.
And I've been to Switzerland, and you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
So that also gives me a little bit, like I know a little bit more about Swiss culture. I know that they value guinea pigs. I know that they value, or they really detest loneliness. So that kind of also, there was a lot that immediately pushed me towards the truth. So now I'm 50-50, 2 for 2.
Wow, yeah. No, you're 50-50 right now. You're doing pretty well. And here's the thing. I want you to get these right.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I absolutely want you to get these right. We're on the same team right now, So when I give you this next one, you got to get this one right.
Okay. Well, I'm on a good streak now.
You are. You're on a good streak. You're doing pretty good.
I can handle this.
I'm feeling pretty good about it. Just remember,
good.
You got to talk yourself through it, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. But anyways.
All right. Here we go. Hit me with it. This episode is sponsored by EveryPlate. I've got a confession to make. Emma and I have been ordering way more takeout than we should. We just don't have time to go to the grocery store and cook with the baby just days away, which is where EveryPlate comes in. With EveryPlate, you can get restaurant-level deliciousness week after week with recipes like crispy buffalo ranch chicken and cheesy Mexican street corn hash. With EveryPlate, you'll spend less on these flavor-packed homemade meals than you would on your normal groceries or at a restaurant. Cooking the same things over and over, thanks to EveryPlate's constantly rotating weekly recipes delivered right to your door, you'll always have the best answer to what's for dinner. And EveryPlate meals take less than 30 minutes to make with clear, easy-to-follow recipes. Emma and I both loved our meals from EveryPlate, and we looked forward to making them too. We had their fried chicken tenders, their pork flautas, and their kung pao beef bowls. And it was all incredible. Truly, it really was. The directions were so easy to follow, I felt confident enough to deep fry the chicken tenders and share the leftovers with my coworkers. And they turned out great, and I will definitely make them again. So, what are you waiting for? Dig into these flavor-packed meals your household will love. New customers can enjoy this special offer of only $1.99 a meal. Go to everyplate.com/podcast and use code TAKEITEASY199 to get started. Applied as discount on first box, limited time only. Now let's get back to the episode.
In Maine, you can be fined for leaving a pumpkin on your porch past Thanksgiving.
All right. I like the state of Maine. I do. It's part of New England. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Used to be part of Massachusetts.
That's true.
Yeah.
That being said, I could see Maine, there is some older people up there, pickier, more likely to vote in local elections.
Yeah.
Pumpkin on the porch past Thanksgiving. I mean, that is a long time to leave a pumpkin on a porch. It's going to be rotting. It's going to be.
And also, just so you know, like some of these laws, they can be in a specific area of a state as well.
A township.
Like it's within the state. It's within the state, but it's not necessarily like, oh, this is a state law,
Yeah, it might be more of a county law. Well, the fact that you said that too is making me think that it's true. That was like a little Ted hint, I think. And I think
that was actually honestly about stuff later.
Okay, well, that was either an anti-hint or like a cover-up or something.
No, that is genuinely about stuff later on. It was like I because when the way you were talking about it, I was like, I don't want him to think that, like, I don't want him to, for the law to come up and then you'd be like, oh, that's too specific, but because it's not within the whole state, and then you start challenging the validity of you being wrong, and I was getting to that now, but
okay. Now, I'm leaning that this is true because I think Maine's a place where people carve pumpkins, and carved pumpkins go bad pretty fast.
They do. They go bad really fast in California.
Oh, yeah, I believe it.
Dude, they melt out here. I have that table I have up in my on my upper balcony thing. It's got like a bent piece of wood because I carved a pumpkin one year, put it out on the thing, and it was like 2 days went by or something. I go out there to look at the pumpkin. It is rotten, melted. 2 days.
Damn. Well, out here it starts to become like refrigerator temps outside.
Yeah.
So they
that's the bummer, is that like you can have a pumpkin, like it's pretty much like So what you have your answer?
I'm going to say that's a true law.
Okay, so that is a fake law.
Are you kidding me? That's a good one.
It's a good one, but it isn't real. It's a fake law. Were you looking it up?
Yes. Because I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, no, that's not a law.
That's frustrating.
Yeah, what did Google say to you?
It says, in Maine, you can legally leave a pumpkin on your porch past Thanksgiving, but there are several practical reasons why you should remove it. This is an AI overview.
Yeah. So you're currently...
I'm what am I? Am I back in the negatives?
You got 2 right and 3 wrong.
All right, I can pull out of this.
Okay.
I can pull out of this. I'm feeling good.
I believe in you. I think that you can do this.
You do not.
You
are lying to everybody who's listening. You're trying to look like a good guy.
I am,
but you are not. You are not a good guy.
Whoa.
You're not a good
shitty guy. You're a shitty guy. You're a bad person. This is what you know what's great? This is what I felt every time I was in the
you
hot
got
seat
fucked
for these
up
questions.
on some of those episodes. You did.
Oh, I did.
You got fucked up.
And at the same time, you were also trying to, you were trying to butter up Schlatt. You were trying to squeeze some sweetness out of him, like he's Mr. Lemon.
Well, if you want sweetness out of Schlatt, you got to wring him dry for a drop. You got to wring that.
You were trying to butter him up
for one little drop of sweetness.
You were trying to butter him up, and a lot of the times that resulted in me getting fucked. And in some of those games,
it resulted in me getting nothing really.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. I mean, you're just trying to fuck me over, but
I'm not trying to fuck you over. I feel like all of these are like pretty much they could go either way. I feel like this is a pretty excellent. This is hard, isn't it? It's hard, isn't it? I feel like I did a good job preparing.
Just give me the next one.
Okay.
Just give me
Oregon, it's illegal to go hunting in a cemetery.
Okay, that sounds like a reasonable law to me. Mm-hmm. Why? That should just be a law everywhere. Like, you shouldn't be hunting in a cemetery. I could see doing like pest control, like groundhogs or something. But hunting, you shouldn't be doing like any kind of sporting in a cemetery. No frisbee, no shooting, no hunting. And no cook, maybe a grilling.
What if
maybe
like an
grilling.
animal that you were tracking like happened to walk into a cemetery though?
That's just like bad luck then. Like, what are the
Yeah.
odds that happens? That happens
I guess it would be
once?
disrespectful to the.
I could understand if you shot a deer, it runs off, and you like track it into the cemetery. Okay, that But if you're like hunting in a cemetery, like what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah, cemetery freak.
I think
You're a hunting guy too, so I feel like you've got a good instincts, or like you like the idea of hunting. You've gone hunting.
Yeah, I've been hunting. I would say I'm like 83% hunting legality.
Okay.
I know some hunting laws, and I think that this one is true.
All right. And you would be correct.
Okay, we're 3-3 now.
Real law.
Yeah, that just sounded too
Oregon.
legit. That just sounded too legit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is illegal to hunt or trap wildlife in Oregon within the boundaries of a cemetery. This prohibition is outlined in Oregon Revised Statutes, ORS 498.158 and 166.645, which explicitly forbid hunting and trapping in cemeteries.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder where you can hunt in cemeteries.
Well, it says it explicitly forbids hunting and trapping in any cemeteries, it seems like.
No, I know. Like, somebody must have been hunting in cemeteries in Oregon. Like, I bet it was like one guy that just pissed off the
You know
wrong
what I bet it
people.
was? I bet there was like some motherfucker that lived outside of like a really big cemetery, and he was always seeing like deer hanging out in there. And
So he
but
started
then like
shooting 'em.
on the other side of like a hill in the cemetery, somebody was like visiting a grave, and then they hear a gunshot, and they've seen this guy shot a deer while they're like visiting their dead grandfather. I bet that's probably what happened.
Yeah. I bet it's
Yeah.
just like one guy who ruined it for everybody. Now none of us can hunt in cemeteries. Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're three right, 3 wrong.
Yeah. 3 right, 3 wrong.
9 to go.
9 to go.
Okay.
All right. In Nevada, you need a special permit to own more than 10 pairs of dice.
That's true.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's true.
This is
Nevada-
another one where you're like just like right off the cuff.
Yeah. Am I right?
Wait, why?
Am I right?
Yeah. Well, you got to explain your thought process before I say if you're right or wrong.
So I'm right. You just know.
No, you have to explain. Okay. This is fake.
Oh, are you kidding me? You hyped me up. I was bought in. I was like, damn, I'm fucking good.
Yeah, this is fake. That's why I
that's
wanted
a
you to
good
explain your
fake
thought
one.
process first. But
Okay.
you were like, no, I get it. I get where you're coming from. But
Yes,
let
the
me just tell you right
gambling.
now, I was 2 steps ahead of you.
You
thought, oh, Nevada, that's where Vegas is. There is gambling in Vegas. There must be a permit to limit or permit for gambling. And so you thought it was true.
I thought it was true. It sounded so legit. I was so confident. I was like, that's one of those weird casino laws.
Uh-huh.
I'm locked in. Ted's a fool. I was so ready for it. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I thought you would see the double whammy there. But
But I didn't.
yeah.
No, I look like an idiot. I look like a confident idiot loser.
Yeah, it was beyond what you you just didn't look far enough. I'm sorry.
I looked to Vegas.
That one felt good because it was like you wouldn't even talk it out. You were just like, I'm so right.
It felt good. See, you are in fact rooting for my demise here.
Well, that one I was because you weren't. No. Here's the thing. This was this circumstance because you weren't willing to even talk about it with me. You were like, tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm right, bitch. I'm so fucking right. So I was like, okay, now I got to break the news to this bastard. That's what I had to do.
All right. So I'm 3-4 right now.
Yeah. You are.
All right. Give me a new one.
Okay. In Texas, it's illegal to sell your own eyeballs.
Okay. See, that just sounds reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that sounds reasonable. But Texas isn't always reasonable. But sometimes they are. This one is tricky. This is a 50-50 for me right now. Because hold on, let me think. The Oregon one is, you've been flip-flopping true, false, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, do I lean on the pattern?
You could lean on the pattern, or I could have.
You could have noticed
up.
that you were doing a pattern and corrected.
You don't know. You don't even know if I'm going in order right now.
No, I know, but you could just be seeing that. Oh shit, there's been a pattern.
Okay.
So you could have course corrected here and broken the pattern, or the pattern could remain. But that's like I'm psychoanalyzing. I'm not even thinking about the law.
Yeah. Now you're like
Texas. Well, now I'm like Ted's.
Now
I'm
you're
like
this, which is fun because it's like this is almost not even really about the laws. This is just about
this
what
is like the puppet master.
Did Ted write a fake law, or is this a real thing that exists? And have I written it specifically to trick Tucker?
It's illegal to sell your own eyeballs.
Yes. In Texas.
I'm going to say that's true. That is, in fact, a real law.
And you're locking it in?
I'm locking it in.
You would be right.
The pattern continues.
The pattern continues, and you are correct.
4 and 4.
In Texas and throughout the United States, it is illegal to sell your own eyeballs or any other human organ for valuable consideration. This prohibition is enforced by both federal and state laws that aim to prevent the commercialization of the human body and organ trafficking.
Yeah. You just basically need a permit that says you're a doctor or something, and then you can just like harvest organs and sell them to whoever wants them.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, in Alaska, it is illegal to give alcohol to a moose.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got intuition.
Are you gonna talk it out, or you lock it in?
Well, I just feel like, some fucking guys were probably drinking. They're probably having a damn good night. And then some moose like wandered up to the bar. Like, in some of those rural Alaskan towns, there's like moose walking through the streets. Some moose came
They're
out.
walking up to bars too.
They're like walking up to the bar, and they walk outside. They're like, oh, buddy, there's a fucking moose out here. And then they're like, let's get a beer. And then the cops are probably like, what the fuck? I mean, guys, come on, have a good night, but you can't be feeding the moose beer. So I think that is true for that reason. I think that's guys were doing that, and people got sick of it.
And you'd be right, Tucker. That is a real law.
I knew it immediately. I knew that one immediately. It just felt right in my soul. And now I have tipped the scale, right? And I'm 5 wins.
Because you've
4
got
losses.
4 wrongs and 5 correct. Well, let me read the law thing, because for all the ones that are real, I have an explanation. It was once true that in Fairbanks, Alaska, it was illegal to give alcohol to a moose, but that law has since been repealed. While it is now legal to serve moose alcoholic beverages, the act of feeding wildlife, including moose, is generally discouraged.
Wait, it's legal now?
It's legal now, but it was a law in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Why would they repeal that? It was like, I can't stand these goddamn liberals not letting us give the moose a fucking Budweiser.
To even get close to a moose is
intense. It's as big as a fucking horse.
Yeah.
If not
huge.
bigger sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
monstrous. It's like an Ice Age creature.
Absolutely.
And then people are like, we got to get beers back in the moose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if the moose get like a little sloppy? What if they're like, they get silly when they're drunk? All right, I'm feeling so good. 5 and 4. Tip the scales. The weight of the world is now on your shoulders, not mine.
It's funny because so far, it seems like whenever they've been fake is the times that you've been wrong, but every time that they've been real, you've been right.
Am I just always saying that these are real?
So
I've never thought one was fake.
You've never thought a real one was fake.
I've just been like, yeah, that's a real law every time.
Yeah, now I'm confused. Like, how has this been working for you?
Dude, you are so pissed right now that I'm killing you.
I'm not even pissed. Okay, we'll just go to we'll go to another international one.
Okay.
In Scotland, it's illegal to refuse someone the use of your toilet if they ask.
Now, Scotland to me seems far more likely to be a country that Ted Nivison would pick to come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Scotland also is a place where they value freedom a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that you're very free if anyone has access to your bathroom.
Okay.
So my intuition right now is to say that is fake.
And you'd be fucking right, dude.
Dude,
nice.
I'm killing it right now.
You got the first. I think that's your first time getting a fake one. I said it was
fake.
Yeah, that you got it right.
Scotland, I'm like, Ted's got some heritage there. It's in his head. He's thinking Scotland. It counters the Switzerland. I don't even think about the fucking law, dude. I'm thinking about you.
You're not even thinking about the law.
You. And I'm reading you well.
Yeah.
That one was good. I had to work it through. I worked through it and I was right. It also seemed just a little unreasonable to me.
Sure. Yeah.
Because if some dirty guy's like, "Hey, I gotta take a shit in your bathroom,"
you've gotten 3 in a row recently.
I'm now 6-4, 6 wins, 4 losses.
You're now 6-4. Okay, let's do another one in America.
Yeah. Yes.
In Alabama, it is illegal to wrestle a bear.
That's interesting. Alabama, dirty state. Not dirty state. A lot of litter. Not a fan. Hot, muggy. Smells weird. Not a fan. Big sports teams. Not a fan.
Roll Tide. More like roll that back. Roll that back.
Roll it back.
Why don't we get
carbon copy blonde Roll Tide girls. Not a fan.
Scary. When they speak in unison and they clap. Freaks me out.
Yeah.
Have you seen those? The fucking
Yes, those are good.
Those are terrifying. Those are like, I see those and I'm like I do feel like they could kill someone. Like they have that sort of sorority coordination.
They probably routinely kill their sisters in like sorority challenges, I bet, and they just kind of like move on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's think about the law. So it's illegal to wrestle a bear. Now, Alabama does in fact have black bears, but that seems, I'm thinking that's a little far-fetched because Alabama is a state that values freedom a lot, or so they say.
Yeah.
And I think that in the state of Alabama, if a man wants to wrestle a bear, who's to tell him he can't? So I'm thinking that this is a fake law.
Are we locking that in?
I'm locked in.
It is a real law.
Dude, are you kidding me? Alabama is fake freedom. They do not value freedom at all.
I believe it was from the research on it, was like originally aimed at like when traveling circuses would come through and stuff. But it was originally aimed at animal cruelty / bear baiting. It was repealed in 2015 and placed generally under animal cruelty laws. Was it?
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. So I'm 6-5 now. So if I get one more wrong, I fail the class.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say so.
I'm 6-5. So I need to get 4 more correct in a row.
Yes.
To get out of this on top of the world.
Here's another international one.
Okay.
In Italy, it's illegal to build sandcastles on certain beaches.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true? Yeah?
Yeah, locked in.
Are you going to give your thought process? I like it when you give your thought process before I reveal it.
Okay, my thought process is Italy. Ted just went to Italy, and he's like, ooh, I could do an Italian law that's like kind of, Italy. And Italy has pretentious areas, has a lot of beaches, tons of beaches, a whole huge coastline on Italy. Surely some of them, it's illegal to build a sandcastle. Yeah. Sandcastles are cool, but they can be kind of a nuisance and it cause erosion and like disrupt the vibe I'm not
Okay.
anti-sandcastle, but I can understand it being a law in some parts of Italy. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking. And I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if there's no more international ones and there was like two true truths and a lie in the international sector.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, this one is true.
dude, I read right into it. I knew it. 7 and 5. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
like,
you're
even
doing very
if I
well.
don't win this thing and I have to send something to Moses, I'm still pretty content with how I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got another international one for you.
Dude, for all the audio listeners, Ted is visibly pissed.
I'm actually not pissed. I'm enjoying seeing your thought process behind this because what's interesting is that with the Italy one, you almost had like a different thought process besides the Scotland one. Because with the Scotland one, you were like, Ted knows about Scotland, so he's probably going to make a fake one with this. But then with the Italy one, you're like, Ted was just in Italy, so he's probably making a real one with this.
I could just feel it.
I feel like, yeah, okay.
You were in Italy, and this is like a way you can share a little piece of your trip. You weren't in Scotland, but you have like Scottish heritage. You probably mention Scotland like once a year. So it's
Sure.
like in your head as an international place. So that's why that's the difference between the two.
Okay.
You like to share experiences, and Italy is an experience you just had. And by putting a real thing on there, you're sharing a piece of Italy with me and the audience. That's This is a psychoanalysis of Ted Nivison with a side quest of laws. What's the next law?
In Samoa, it's against the law to forget your wife's birthday.
That's interesting right there. Okay. My thought process, I'm always like kind of embarrassed to share my thought process because I don't know.
No, I like hearing your thought process.
I think that's why I want to know.
I like your thought process here more so than Tucker just constantly yelling at the screen. Ted's so mad right now. He can feel me creeping up on him like a specter.
What?
I had no idea how well you were going to do with this. When I went into this, I was like, let me choose a selection of laws that all seem at the same level of possibility of being real, and then give those to Tucker.
I think Samoa is a Pacific island, right?
Yeah.
I think that you weren't thinking about Samoa. And I've been watching Chief of War, which is Hawaiian, but Pacific Islander culture. And they're very respectful towards women and the wives. And they seem to be more kind of equals and like more modern take on it, even in the olden days.
Okay.
So, and I just don't think you would have thought up Samoa. So I'm thinking that's true.
That is a fake law.
Are you fucking kidding me? I just failed this fucking class, dude. And I was feeling good about it because I was like, I've been watching this show. I'm a little adjacent to the culture right now.
Sure, yeah.
And you just fucking slapped me across the face. So you came up with that.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that? I want to know your thought process because that was upsetting.
I will. I'll let you know at the end. I'll let you know my process.
I think that you looked up weird laws. There was a Samoan weird law, and then you looked up, and then you just like were like.
It seems like you're less interested about the laws and more interested about my machinations that led me to this point. Like you're like I'm not a villain. I'm not a villain here.
How your mind works is far more interesting than these laws could ever be.
Okay, but I'm not a villain here. I'm like, here's a
Ted,
quiz.
I just failed this class. Have you ever failed a class in school and then not villainized the teacher?
Whoa. Okay.
You are like my senior year math teacher who I'm failing for half the semester.
Well, there's two more questions.
And she was a bitch, you know.
You want to get the best grade you can, and there's two more questions.
Okay, you're right. I should still try to get my
You should still try your best. Papers, you haven't finished the quiz. Papers
Maybe
aren't
there's
down
a
yet.
bonus. Maybe there's a bonus.
I could give you, it'll make you feel better, I can give you a bonus, but It won't go on your transcript.
Yeah, no, just a feel good bonus. Yeah, but all right, what's the second to last proper here?
In England, it's illegal to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances.
That's true. Because you were just in England. This is you sharing your experience with us once again.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that is so vague that you wouldn't have come up with that. That is just too vague. Suspicious circumstances, like what does that even mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what. And am I right?
Yeah, you're right. That was a good read. That was a good read. It was like the 1984 Salmon Act.
Yeah, it's way too vague for you to have come up with. And once again, you're sharing a piece of your recent trip with us by putting a real English law in.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, you're learning a lot about yourself here too, aren't you?
I guess. I think I'm learning less about myself here and more about your perception of me.
That's equally valuable.
Yeah. And your perception of me so far is that I only think like within the last 5 months of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean I think most people do, right? That's
no, it's funny. It's funny because like
no, it's
I
the
think that
shared
this
experience
logic thing that you're following here, like if I chose any country in Africa, you would have said we were in Kenya, Ted was in Africa, but he didn't want to choose Kenya, so he chose this country. I think that's how you would follow it.
Well, so far, like I'm above 50%.
You're doing really well. Yeah, I'm impressed.
My reads are generally right.
Yeah. Here's the final one.
Okay.
In Colorado, it's illegal to keep a couch on your front porch.
That's false. And the reason I think that is because that just seems too dumb. I think lots of people have couches or like similar items on their porch. I think that Colorado is a state that you would have thought of when you were making this up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's really the only reason I'm thinking about that. That just sounds dumb to me. And Colorado sounds like something that you would think of. I'm locking in a fake.
Okay. It's real.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. What did
I don't even know. I don't even understand the Colorado. Why would I be thinking of Colorado?
7.
What are you talking about? What am I thinking of Colorado for?
You have a little bit of like, you kind of wish you had spent a year in Colorado.
I have no interest in being in Colorado.
Really?
It's too landlocked, man.
Too landlocked?
I don't think I like landlocked.
I feel like in your college days, Colorado was a place that you could have like enjoyed.
I feel like Ithaca was similar to Colorado in vibe, but
yeah,
I think one of the things I didn't like about Ithaca was that it was like very landlocked.
What about the Finger Lakes?
That doesn't count, dude.
They're deep.
Because yeah, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I can go down to the lake and look at it, you know? I need to have the option to get on a boat and get across the ocean for some reason. Anyways, so
that's frustrating.
Out of the 15 questions, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I got 7 wrong.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Or did I get 6 wrong?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. You got 7 wrong. I just accidentally listed the recent one as being correct.
7 wrong and 8 right.
Yeah, so you got.
I'll take that. That's better.
Yeah.
I'm over halfway there. I had some great reads.
You got a 53.3%.
Yeah, that's a big fat F. That's a big fat
Yeah, that's
F.
tough. That's
a tough one to explain to mom.
That's
for sure.
Tough. That's tough.
But still over half.
Yeah.
Still over half.
Do you want some bonus ones?
I'll take a bonus. Like I'll take a bonus just as a feel good or a final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I'll Okay. Here's another bonus one. In New York, it's illegal to sell a haunted house without disclosing it.
I think that's true.
And you'd be right.
Yeah, that just seems like something some Amish dude would like be really concerned about. Or I mean, honestly, I would be concerned about that. I wonder what are the repercussions? Like, okay, you bought this house, it happens to be haunted. How do you prove that? Are you getting your money back? Do you burn the fucking house down and get the insurance? What's the course of action?
Yeah. Here's another one. In Japan, it's illegal to own a sword longer than 60 centimeters without a permit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that is real. Yeah.
Yeah, Japan's really, really against weaponry.
Yeah, there were ones where I'm like, this is too
On
like
brand.
related to the place that it would make sense. Let's see. Is there any other ones that are like interesting ones?
Well, that's 2 right there. As I got both the bonuses right. So just for like pride, ego, and the audience listening,
I'm kind of just
knows,
scrolling up and choosing ones that I didn't use.
Yeah, so now like it was good of you to not use this as the villain. This is a good choice.
In Kansas, serving soup before 10 a.m. is prohibited in restaurants.
I bet that's true.
Nah, it's fake. Totally fabricated.
You came up with that?
Hey, man.
Huh. Who wants soup before 10 a.m.? Who?
I mean, I guess you could. Some people would say that cereal is a soup in some ways.
Yeah, he would say that. But
Yeah.
I actually had a bowl of cereal last night. I had corn pops.
So some of the fake, like basically when I was looking for them, I was looking up a bunch of fake laws or real laws, real versus fake laws. I was just like doing a bunch of searching, and then I found stuff that was like real laws, or it's like crazy weird laws in countries, but then I'm also searching up the actual validity of the laws. So some of these ones that I brought up that were fake were like myths in the state as well.
Interesting. I was deep in the
and some of the ones that and so a lot of these, when you were like, a lot of these are just kind of like me choosing stuff that I've verified as being real or verified as being fake that I mostly just found from going around the internet and stuff, and not too many of them were just like made up by me.
The Scotland one was, though, wasn't it?
No.
What?
Yeah.
But that's
so this whole time, every time you came in and you were like, Ted's got a thing here. He's got a thing, and then you start like, you know, as if you got one of those fucking space holograms and you're like organizing stuff and you're writing on your whiteboard and stuff. I'm like,
because if I was setting this up for you and Schlatt on Chuckle, that's how I would have been doing it. I would have like found, like 7 or 8 real ones, and then the other ones I would have just made up. That's what I always would do for you guys, is I would just like make shit up.
I had thought about doing that, but then I had foreseen this.
Yeah.
But what was funny is that I was like, but if I just choose stuff from like random places, it's not going to be a big deal. But like, I also just recently went to a lot of places, so it's kind of hard to
they're in your subconscious.
Yeah, like there was a myth one that might have tripped you up, and you have to be honest whether or not it would trip you up, that it's illegal to name a pig Napoleon in France.
That seems true.
Yeah, but it's fake.
Oh wow!
I thought of using that one.
That's a
but then
good
I was
one.
like, there's too many of places I've been to. So you would have gone. I was thinking about that thought process, and you ended up doing.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
well, that was fun because I enjoyed turning that into.
Yeah, this ended up turning into just like it was like an episode
Ted's
of Death Note or
angle
something
here?
where we're both like this, and we're like we're anime characters thinking in our heads. Because at a certain for a bit I was going in order until I realized to my horror that I did really have it as every other.
Yeah, and I picked up on that.
You did pick up on it, but like you didn't actually you did pick up on it except for interesting. At a certain point it switches and it becomes from 10 to 11 it went real, but then I just started going randomly based on the vibes that you gave on the most recent answer.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
That became a psychological game for both of us.
Yeah, it was like we just played like psychological battleship.
That was actually pretty fun. We should do that more often with another game.
We could do something like this again, but you have to bring the questions to me.
Yeah,
and I have to like think through your
why I gave them. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Why you would have given them.
Maybe if you guys liked it, leave comments as like a format where we could do this the opposite way. Not laws, but like something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would do this again, and that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I would be like so evil. I would be like, I just want to watch him get none of these.
Yeah, and
you got progressively more evil.
Did I?
You did. You did.
How did I get more evil?
Well,
I feel like what's funny is that I feel like I was at the same zone. It was the constant you shifting into, you get one right and be like, Ted's so fucking mad right now. Look at him. Look at him. Audio is just, you can't see, but he's sweating and he's pissed. And I'm like, well, fuck this. I'm going to go against this guy now. Like, it was you talking about it that I was like, do I need to give him a harder time now?
yeah.
Oh,
Maybe I did do it to myself.
So before this episode ends, I need to see you go into the group and send it.
All right. What's the message you want me to send?
Well, you got to add him, and then you got to say, Moses, I need to inform you I'm not as good in the world of law as I thought.
Moses, I need to inform you I'm not as good in the world of laws as I thought.
Yeah. And then Tucker or Ted quizzed me on 15 laws on whether they were real or fake. And I got a 53%, a failing grade. Yeah, the face that you're making right now, you're like, shit.
A 53%.
Failing grade.
It's sent. Confirm it.
I confirm this. How should I react to it?
You could wait for his reaction.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna stay silent. I'm gonna stay silent until he responds.
Until he engages. Well, there I stayed true to it. I did it.
Oh yeah, you did. You kept your word. Well, thank you guys so much for watching our little law show. Is it real law or fake law?
Or how did Ted come up with it?
Let us know
what you thought.
And we're gonna keep chatting on the Patreon if you want to join us over there. We're just gonna be chilling and grilling and keeping it real. So if you guys want to come over there, it's $5 a month for all the bonus episodes. Price of cup of coffee. Price of matcha.
I don't even know
have
what
matcha one day,
is.
and you get 4 hours worth more
of Ted's perfect hair.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see you guys over there, and we hope you're having a good week. Take it easy.
See you guys.